this morning, made breakfast, had a cup of coffee, opened up my email, and there was an email from USA Swimming, and they just sent out some information. And one of the links was something about Southwest Airlines, and I forget what the title was. But you know, they're talking about culture and creating a culture. And I just want to read you the quote, and it just, you know, when I read it, I'm like, this is perfect for these boys because they were such a large part of the culture of this team. Creating, and it's so simple, it totally makes sense. Creating a culture is not a single event, but a process of a series of events. And, you know, it's not just this season, it's not just that last game. It's been 4 years, and even beyond that, Kirk introduced a lot of these boys to the sport of water polo. Just the wholeness that you guys bring to the sport. You know, winning's fun, that's, you know, part of it. But, you know, something I said every day as a freshman, look who's over there cleaning up the pool. You know, look who's up, you know, getting things organized and getting things done without me asking them. You know, that's what brings the team together. You know, doing some self-sacrifice, doing what's best, you know, not for yourself, but what's best for everybody else. And you guys brought that this year, hard work. And it was so fun to see. It's such an enjoyable season to coach because of you guys. So, great year, congratulations. So we'll start with Brandon here. Another great year, and for you guys that were at the championship game, you know, that team scored all 4 goals, and you know, I think only one of them was from a set play. That, you know, the others were either counterattack or 6-on-5. And large thanks to you, the anchor of our defense. And if you know anything about our offense, he's also the first lead pass, you know, for our offensive plays. And so it's critical, and again, involving everybody in our sport, in our game. It's so critical to be an integral part of that. It's been great coaching you for the last 4 years. It's been a pleasure. Great season. Drove me nuts his first year here. Absolutely bananas. I held most of it in and took it out on other people, but yes. but to see you, and I've talked to your folks about this, to see you, you know, go from there to where you are right now, it's been absolutely amazing. And, you know, I think your theme this season, well, for me, your theme was to shoot, right? Because you've got a gun. And I remember you scored that goal in the championship game, and you're like, Adam told you I'm shooting the ball. And it was at a critical moment. You know, we were struggling a little bit on offense. Orson got the ball, very confident, nailed it. You know, and just changed the momentum of the game for us. But again, it's, you know, it's building that culture. That didn't happen right at that point. You know, that happened after four plus years of playing water polo, and building this, building up to this. Great year. Good job. Took me a long time to warm up to Lucas this year. He kept saying, Adam, I love you. First few times I acted like I didn't hear him. But Lucas, I love you. Really the soul of our team. You know, just, you know, steady influence with everybody. And more importantly, if the other team had some huge beast of an offensive player or a whole set, you know, poor Lucas had to cover. You know, he really got beat up, and he's not that kind of guy. He's not much of a fighter. But, you know, he gave a lot in the pool, you know, and that was one of our themes this year, is to give back. And that's what you did, you know, constantly. And I remember there were a couple of close games where you just shut their best player down. That's why we won those games. It wasn't because of the offense or anything else. It was because you stepped up and did your part and did your part for the team. Great year, great season. No, I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to do the awards. What? Oh, yeah. Say. You know, workhorse in the pool, you know, not only leads by his voice, but really by his hard work. You know, if you've asked me 2 years ago whether he'd even be starting, I'd say maybe, possibly. You know, wasn't a very fast swimmer, had some skills, had a great shot, but, you know, worked his butt off, you know, and that's, you know, probably the most important thing I think you learned is hard work. And you weren't always a hard worker. Right? And we know this about you. And I think, you know, the main thing, and hopefully this is something that you've learned moving forward, is hard work pays off. You know? And how fun was it, that final game? You know? Stuck you in there, and I think you played the whole game, right? And you know, and so it's been a joy and a pleasure coaching you. Congratulations. Most improved, Quinn. You know, Quinn is arguably our best player, arguably. But also,
we're gonna need a police escort after that.
makes other players better, right? Pushes them. But, you know, from where you were last year to where you came this year was absolutely incredible. And I remember talking to Coach Flanders, and he's like, you know, after the Croatia trip, he's like, man, you've got a sweet player there, Quinn. He is such a different player, and you are. And from, you know, last year to this year, you could take over games. You know, and we saw that goal, right? Buried that kid and flicked it in. I got it. You know, and out of the blue, you know, and he was our wild card. Didn't necessarily fit in our system, in our team scheme, and necessarily our plays. But that's totally cool, right? That's part of the, you know, part of the flow of our game. And you fit in so well, and you know, the constant improvement, the learning, the speed you brought to the game. It's been an amazing journey, an amazing experience. And our MVP and arguably our best player. Little known fact, his brother was our second MVP ever we had. So he's following in Alex's footsteps. Took a year off, a couple of years off, but just a tremendous value and asset to our team. You know, you played incredibly hard. When you got mad, you played even harder. You know, and so I would choose my moments. Okay. But you would bring it. You brought passion to the team. You brought offense to the team. You know, and you know, out of nowhere, you know, 3 people on you, you'd make these incredible moves and put the ball in the cage. You know, your head would be buried in the water, and somehow your wrist and the ball is still out there. Right? Sometimes it'd be with the left one, and I have no idea. No idea. We didn't practice that. That was, again, like Quinn, out of his element, just playing, and you know, really led us in some great victories this year. So congratulations. Coach Kirk, we talked before, and I, of course, completely forgot. Kirk coached a lot of these kids all the way through, so I think you want to say a word to 2 or 3 of them.
Well, first, I want to thank all of you, not the players, the support staff. Because without you guys, without Maggie, without Brooke, who's not here, who makes all kinds of accommodations, I have such a greater appreciation for Maggie now that I'm doing the girls and I understand everything that she does. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry about today. But I don't know if you guys can really understand just how rich we are. Okay, there's one junior, the pipeline is full. These kids, they started out as kids. I think I've known him maybe 12 years. Okay, there was this little Brazilian kid in 3rd grade who came here, who was a phenomenal person from start. Got to know your guys' families, and so I've had several shower conversations what I was going to say tonight, and I cried at the end of each one of them. So I'm not going to do any of those. But I get really close with these kids, and some of these kids, since they were 13 years old, I've had the joy to watch them. We've gotten to share confidences about stuff, and I got to see them grow as really fine young men. And you guys are on the next step. It's going to be great. Okay? Whatever your life is, water polo has helped you. You guys have shown your character. You guys have shown your quality. I want to thank the Frosh Soft coaches, because without them, we wouldn't be able to just do X's and O's and refine their skills. Okay, so these guys take raw material and they keep the passion going. Right? We don't lose the kids. Right? The pipeline's full because of guys like this. Okay, and this is part of our wealth right here. I can't say everything here how I feel about you guys. I love you.
A couple more things, and then we're more or less done.